So with the Jupiter, there's a lot of classic sounds that were used back in the day. I think it was a Wednesday. Now actually it was in the 80s, you know, when synthesizers were kind of king. So there's a sound in here, a registration called Classic Ways. And I can't play you the sound exactly, but if let's just say if I played, you'd probably recognize that sound, especially if I go. So you'd probably recognize that sound. A lot of great 80s songs were done using a Jupiter-80. So the Jupiter-80 pays homage to the Jupiter-8 and the previous Jupiters by giving you access to these sounds. So this sound, if we go inside real quick, and I'll just show you some basics. This one's called Classic Ways 4, Classic Ways 3. Let's take them apart super quick and see what they're made up of. So I'm turning off upper live set, turning off lower live set, turning off the percussion tone, and we hear the fantasy. Now that particular sound was very famous in our Roland D50, the fantasy sound. So that was one of our first digital synths where we actually started using sampled attacked, sample waveforms. Okay? And the D50 was what many modern synthesizers or keyboards were based on, even to this day, using samples. That brings up an interesting point. Does the Jupiter-80 use samples? No, the Jupiter-80 does not use samples in the same way as modern synthesizers do. The Jupiter-80 is based off of modeling, sound modeling and behavior modeling. So one thing that I always show to prove this is we'll turn off a Jupiter-80. It takes approximately 14 to 15 seconds to start, where other keyboards that use massive sampled libraries will take well over 2 minutes. So that's something that's really sweet about the Jupiter-80. No samples. Okay, let's take a look at one of the other live set, which is the upper live set, and called Classic Waves 4. Great, put both of those together, the solo and the upper tone live set. Okay, now we'll bring in the lower live sets and also the percussion and just play those by themselves. So very popular sound even today. So you could use this sound on a lot of your tracks and it would sound awesome.